Los Angeles schools Supt. Austin Beutner on Tuesday presented a plan to the school board for reopening campuses that includes the full period needed for employees to be vaccinated against COVID-19, delaying the return of elementary students to early April at best. School officials repeatedly targeted April 9 for a campus reopening date, but Beutner described the date as an estimate, saying that the crucial issue is access to vaccines for the 25,000 employees needed for the operation of elementary schools serving 250,000 students in the nation's second-largest school system. He discussed no timetable for the return of students in middle and high schools. Beutner said that with sufficient doses, the district and its partners could provide inoculations for 10,000 people a day starting next week. In 1 week we can vaccinate everybody we need to open elementary schools, and we can meet April 9th, the school's chief told the Board of Education. If we get 2,000 doses a week, we won't meet April 9th because we will not have vaccinated sufficient staff to be able to properly staff schools. The whole team needs to be vaccinated, he said. Although schedules for a staggered, part-time return are still being worked out, plans under consideration would give parents a choice to keep their children on fully remote learning. Reopening was not before the board for a vote, and members voiced no objections to Beutner's characterization of the situation. Board member Monica Garcia asked staffers to make it clear to the public that the district was not at fault for any delay in vaccinations and that the allocation of doses depends on county and state officials. Board members Goldberg and Kelley Gonez said they supported a cautious approach to reopening because the pandemic has caused great harm in communities they represent. In Southeast LA County and the Pacoima area, and infection rates far exceed the county average. Beutner made his case for vaccines as the United Teachers Los Angeles Union is scheduling an internal vote for next week on whether its members would refuse to return to campus without maximum immunity, which requires 5 to 6 weeks after the first of 2 shots. UTLA represents more than 30,000 teachers, nurses, librarians and counselors. Under California regulations, vaccines are not a precondition for a return to work by so-called essential workers, which include teachers. And both the Biden administration and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have stipulated that campuses can be operated safely without vaccinated employees, provided that safety measures are strictly followed. That's also the position of Governor Gavin Newsom, who said a vaccine requirement would probably end hopes for in-person schooling this spring in many places. However, teachers in some districts, such as San Francisco and San Diego, are winning this concession.